Okay, this video is for technicians and anybody that has access to help desk to be able to see all the tickets within help desk. We're going to do just a quick overview showing somebody that has full rights. So understand that you may not see some of the options that I'm going to discuss here, but if you think you need to, then you can talk to your manager or supervisor and let them know that you're not seeing something that you think would be helpful for you to see. They may already have the settings the way they want, but there might be settings that again make sense for them to adjust as we get more comfortable and get people into the system. So after we log in with our email and our password, we're going to click on Help Desk. Now we start right up here, this View My Open Requests. This is the option where if you have submitted a ticket for something in any of the systems, you're going to be able to see these. Now, this next option here is the requests that are assigned to you. So as a technician, you're going to have certain things that get assigned to you. This is where you want to go to see those. Once you click on that, you'll have a list of any of the tickets that you have, and we'll go through what the ticket looks like in just a minute. Now, recurring requests, if you have any of those set up, then you would see those there. If you are a manager or a supervisor of a group or just set up as one, then you will be able to see what's assigned to your techs. So like in our case with instructional technology, I could see what's assigned to Meredith or Janelle or Joe, since I'm set up as their manager in the system, just to make it easier for me to see what's happening among all of us. So if I clicked on that, I would be able to see it. Now, unassigned requests, these are going to be anything that nobody has claimed yet or that did not automatically get assigned to a technician. So an important area to look at just to make sure that we don't have tickets sitting out there that nobody is paying attention to. And then if you have access to the Show All Requests option here, you're going to be able to filter through all of the open requests at that point. Now this next one, this next area is the stuff that is requiring your attention. We are not having surveys set up right now. If you have deletion rights and somebody has accidentally said that they wanted to request deletion, we've told teachers not to request that, just to let us close the tickets when they're done. But you might have something that pops up there. Most of you won't though. And then pending my review, this is really going to be more for something on a campus level where the principal has to review that ticket, and there's a separate video that describes how to do that stuff. Now down here then is the completed requests. So these are all closed tickets down here at the bottom. The requests that I've completed are what I've completed as a technician. So most of you that are technicians are not going to be putting in tickets for other people, but you may have your own tickets. Your own tickets show up here. These are the tickets that you are assigned to work on. Okay. The next one is if you are a manager of a group again, you're going to be able to see all the tickets that people from your group have completed. And then right down here is the Review All Requests. So this is going to show you all of the tickets that have been closed, when they were closed, and you can click on any of them to get the full details. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually look at a ticket and see what it looks like and how to work with it. So if I click on Show All Requests here, I can click on this ticket that's open right now. And inside of this, again, you may have different settings again based on your rights, but you do see that you've got kind of an activity path here. The first option that's along the top that you have is to add a note. Now, this note will be visible by everybody that has access to this ticket. So anybody listed up here in the From space, anybody that it's assigned to, the campus principal, the campus secretary, if that has been set up for them to have access, and then all the technicians that have access. Everybody can see the note that's added right here under Add a Note. And you would just click on it, type in your stuff, and say Submit. And it would give you a time-stamped and date-stamped activity addition right down here showing exactly what you added. Now this one right here that says Add a Note for the technician, that's only going to be able to be seen by people that have access behind the scenes here to be able to look at tickets. It won't be seen by the principal or anybody that's able to approve it, and it won't be shown or seen by the original requester. So if you're going to reassign it to another technician and you wanted to add a note of what you did, you can always add that right here. Then you can assign it to somebody else. Here you have the option to attach a document if you needed to. Here is where you can close a ticket. Now you can only see this if the ticket is assigned to you. So if you see that it says unassigned right here, this close ticket option won't be there. At that point then you need to click on the assign option, assign it to yourself, and then you could go ahead and close it. The request deletion option, And let me backtrack just 1 second on that. Sometimes that close ticket option won't show up immediately after you assign it to yourself. If that's the case, just click off of the ticket and click back into it, and you'll see this close ticket option right up there. The request deletion, we've asked teachers not to use that. It just makes things a little bit more complicated. We'd like to be able to just close the tickets and have a good paper trail of everything that's there. If you need to print an individual ticket, you have that option right here. I'll show in a second how you can print a list of tickets. Again, here is where you can assign that to another technician within your department. Here is, if you don't have the option to reassign it, you can request somebody else to reassign it. Email a ticket is going to email that outside the system. It will show what you emailed here in the path of information, but it also then guarantees that that email is going to go out to them some other way. Or if you wanted to forward that ticket to somebody else, maybe that wasn't in your department. So if you're in maintenance and you get one that you think should be really more of a technology ticket, you can email that ticket to somebody in technology. And here is where you can edit the ticket information that you see up here at the top. So again, some of you will have access to that, some of you won't. Right here, if I want to add somebody to this ticket to make sure that they have access to see the information that's been shared, I can just click on this plus button and add more contacts to it. So the next thing I want to show is what's available over here when you have this menu of tickets. So if I right click on that ticket, you see I have an option to print a list of tickets. The print list of tickets is going to print a list of tickets and the details one after another. It's not going to print out on a separate sheet. So you can always filter that to get just your tickets and then say print a list of tickets, and it'll just print one right after another one. If you click on the print all unprinted tickets, anything since the last time you had clicked that button will be able to be printed. But that's kind of a one-time shot. But it does print it on separate sheets of paper. So if you're going to print out all of these and you want every ticket to be on a separate sheet of paper, you'll do that, and then you can always make a copy of it if you need to, if you're worried about wanting to get that quickly later. But you always have the option over here on the ticket itself to print that, and it will print all in one page, just that ticket. And you could take notes below it. The print list of tickets, like I said, is just one right after the other with the details and everything else. It just doesn't print in individual pages. You can sort the different tickets based on these options right here, but you also have this filter option. When you click on the filter, if I wanted to just see certain things from the administration building, I could click on that. If I wanted to set a date range for when the tickets were coming in, I could click there, and I could look at priorities or request types. So if I wanted to just see the special ed buses that were done during a certain amount of time, I can filter those things using this funnel option right up here. I can always go back to show all requests just to clear that out if I want to, and I'm back here able to see what I need. So that's the full video of all the features that are available. If you're interested in reports, I'll do another video on that later, but I didn't figure that was going to be something that was needed right away. And we will be working on building out the knowledge base, at least in the technology and curriculum department. If you guys are interested in that in your other departments, you do have access to being able to add to that and putting in some basic help information if that's needed. The last three options down here that you may or may not see are the create a new request. That's where you want to create a request for yourself. Proxy request is if you want to go in, say you were out on a campus, somebody asked you something, you said, hey, I'll put in a work order for you, and you decided to do that, you could proxy request, and when you click on that, you can enter in the email address of who it was that is the original requester of that information, type in their email, say next in the bottom right-hand corner, and then it looks just like everything else. But that's a way that you could enter information for somebody else. And then the new recurring request is an option that I don't know that you'll use, but it is there if you decide you need it. I hope this video comes in handy. I will do a shorter video for the technicians just to give them a quick idea of how to get into something based on more limited settings and what that would look like. So let me know if you have more questions, and we'll try to address them as quickly as we can.